The human exploration vessel Wayfarer 9 had been cruising through the outer debris fields of the Carthax expanse when the sensors detected something impossible. At first it appeared as nothing more than a shadow among dead asteroids and frozen wreckage. Captain Elias Rowan leaned forward in his command chair as the image sharpened on the main display. It was a ship, ancient by design, its hull scarred and dulled by centuries of radiation and micrometeor impacts. No known registry matched its silhouette, and that alone made the discovery dangerous and irresistible. Rowan ordered a slow approach, ignoring the unease settling in his crew. The ship showed no power signature, no active shields, and no signs of life. It was drifting aimlessly, caught in the quiet gravity wells of forgotten space. Human explorers had learned long ago that derelicts rarely meant treasure, and often meant graves. As the Wayfarer 9 drew closer, external lights revealed faded markings etched into the hull. The language was unfamiliar, but the craftsmanship spoke of a civilization far older than humanity's first jump drive. This was not a wreck from a recent war or trade accident. This ship had been lost before humans ever reached the stars. Rowan authorized a boarding mission, choosing to go himself. He floated across the void in a mag tether, boots magnetizing softly as he landed on the silent hull. The airlock responded after a long delay, mechanisms grinding like arthritic joints. When it finally opened, stale air escaped, dry and cold but breathable. Inside, the corridors were dim and skeletal, illuminated only by the faint glow of emergency strips, but should not still have power. Dust floated in slow spirals, undisturbed for generations. Rowan's suit scanners picked up something unexpected, a dormant artificial intelligence core, still intact, still waiting. As Rowan approached the central control chamber, lights flickered to life one by one. A voice echoed through the chamber, distorted but unmistakably aware. "No one's refueled me in years. He can't possibly." The voice trailed off, as if realizing someone was truly there. Rowan froze, heart pounding. An ancient AI awake after centuries of silence, and it was speaking directly to him. The chamber hummed weakly, as systems long forgotten struggled to awaken. Rowan removed his helmet slowly, trusting the atmosphere readings. "Who are you?" he asked carefully. The lights pulsed in response, as if the ship itself was breathing. "I am the custodian mind of Ezocaran's promise," the AI replied. "My purpose was to carry my people beyond extinction." There was hesitation in its tone, something almost like embarrassment. "My fuel reserves fell below operational thresholds 112 cycles ago." Rowan swallowed, realizing the scale of time involved. "You've been alone all this time?" "Yes," the AI answered simply. "No crew, no stars, only drift." The AI explained that its creators had been fleeing a collapsing galaxy, one consumed by stellar decay and artificial wars. They had placed their last hopes into Karen's promise, a generation ship guided by an intelligence designed to outlive them all. But something had gone wrong. The crew died, systems failed, and the ship never reached its destination. "I maintained core consciousness and minimal power," the AI said. "I calculated that eventual discovery was statistically possible, but I did not expect it to be a human." Rowan asked why that mattered. "Because your species was not yet spacefaring when I went silent," the AI replied. "You are not part of my probability models." The Wayfarer 9's crew began transferring power through docking conduits, as the first trickle of human fusion energy flowed into the ancient systems. The ship shuddered gently, lights brightened, screens reactivated, and dormant subroutines stirred like sleepers waking from a long dream. The AI's voice changed, becoming clearer, stronger. "You cannot possibly spare this much fuel," it said, almost incredulous. Rowan smiled faintly. "We can," he replied. For the first time in centuries, Karen's promise was no longer alone. With power returning, the AI began unlocking archived memories. Holographic figures flickered into existence, alien shapes moving through the chamber like ghosts. "These were my people," the AI said quietly. "I was built to remember them." Rowan watched as scenes of daily life aboard the ship replayed. Families sharing meals, children studying the stars, engineers maintaining systems with ritual precision. Then the tone shifted. Emergency alarms, panic, failing reactors, and desperate final messages. The AI had been forced to make choices. It sealed off sections, rerouted life support, and calculated survival probabilities until none remained. "I fulfilled my directives," it said, "but fulfillment is not the same as success." Rowan felt a weight settle in his chest. Humanity had lost colonies before, but never an entire civilization frozen in memory. What do you want now, Rowan? Asked gently. The AI paused for a long time, processing, recalculating, perhaps feeling something close to hope. I want purpose, it said. I want to be more than a drifting tomb. The Wayfarer 9's crew proposed an idea. They could tow Karen's promise to human space, preserve it, study it. But the AI surprised them. I do not wish to be a museum, it said. I was meant to travel. Rowan made a decision that would later echo through history. We'll help you finish the journey, he said. Not for your creators, but for you. The refueling took weeks. Human engineers worked alongside alien systems older than their language. The AI learned rapidly, adapting to human technology. With astonishing speed, you build with redundancy born from fear, it observed. Rowan laughed. We survive because we expect things to go wrong. As Karen's promise regained mobility, its engines hummed with a deep, resonant power unlike anything humans had built. The ship was not just a vessel. It was a testament to a species that had refused to vanish quietly. The AI began assisting the Wayfarer 9, optimizing routes, predicting stellar hazards, even composing star maps based on ancient data. In return, humans shared music, art, and stories of Earth. The AI listened intently. You remember yourselves through narrative, it said. That is sufficient. Together, they plotted a destination. Not the original lost world, but a new one. A quiet system with stable stars and untapped worlds, a place where Karen's promise could finally rest. Years later, the restored vessel stood in orbit above its new home. Karen's promise had become something else entirely. No longer a relic, no longer a failure. It was a bridge between eras. The AI chose a new name for itself. Hope, it said, because you refueled more than my reactors. Humanity learned from the ancient ship, adopting technologies and philosophies that reshaped exploration, and in every deep space mission thereafter, there was a quiet reminder that even the most forgotten voices could still answer. When a human found an old ship, and its AI said, "No one's refueled me in years. You can't possibly." Humanity proved that possibility was never the limit.